Where are the presidents? By which I mean, where are Bill Clinton, George W. Bush, Barack Obama, and Joe Biden right now when it comes to the crisis that is engulfing the USA? Now, I know that there is a convention that says past presidents do not interfere in the current president's activities in the White House. But Trump has torn up every convention that exists in the USA. And that's my entire point. He is literally staging a coup. And there is a reason why the US gives past presidents the continuing title of President of the USA. And it continues to give them security briefings. And it continues to give them access to the workings of government so that they are fully briefed on what is going on. They know what is happening. They know that everything in the States is going wrong because, quite literally, the balance of power between the people, the Congress, the Senate, the judiciary, and the president is shifting entirely towards the role and function of the president alone. An oligarchy, an autocracy, frankly, a dictatorship is being created by Trump, and they are silent. I do not believe that this is a moment when Clinton, Bush, Obama, and Biden can be silent. I believe that this is the moment when they have to speak out. They have to speak out to protect the office that they once held and for which reason they are still given privileges. They have to speak out to protect the institutions of government, which they were once tasked with doing. They have to speak out to protect the balance of power that is represented by the various organizations that in combination did create the balance that supposedly protected the US Constitution and its hatred of the role of a king, which is clearly what Trump is trying to reintroduce. They have to speak out on behalf of the American people, whose rights are being walked all over. But they're not saying a word. I don't understand that. We know that George W. Bush hates Trump. We know that Barack Obama's wife, Michelle Obama, would not go to Trump's inauguration because she felt that Trump had threatened Barack Obama's life. We know that Mike Pence's wife would not go to the inauguration for the same reason. We know that there is, of course, no love lost between Joe Biden and Trump, or between the Clintons and Trump. And yet, not a word is said. I think that we've reached a point in time with regard to the Trump administration where silence is not an option. These men have influence. They still have some power. They could literally use that to say, what is going on is wrong. Of course, there is massive risk for them in doing so. Michelle Obama was right. Trump did, I have no doubt, threaten Barack Obama's life. And Mike Pence's wife is right in exactly the same way. It was clear that Trump was utterly indifferent to Mike Pence's life on 6th January 2021, as he was indifferent to the lives of those who literally lost them as a consequence of the actions on that day. But this is not the moment for weak-hearted standing back and taking the easy life. This is a moment where if these men had any conviction in the office that they once held, then they would speak out and say, what is happening in the USA right now is wrong. I am looking to these presidents to speak with one voice. I stress cross-party unity is important here because the country would notice if they said Trump is staging a coup. The world would notice if they said Trump is staging a coup. The world would realize that we're facing a fascist. The world would realize that we are facing a fascist threat if they said so. So I'm calling on the four presidents, the last four remaining presidents who are alive before Trump, to stand together and say Trump is threatening everything that the USA is by literally staging a coup that threatens the very existence of that country as a functioning entity.